Like I always say, if you're not down with the bullshit and you're down with the real shit, like and subscribe. Yo, man, I checked out recently, not too long ago, that whole hot boxing with Mike Tyson episode with Li'l Boosie. And some people have had their, opinions on what all transpired and everything. I've heard people talking about they thought Li'l Boosie was like a bitch ass nigga, letting Mike talk to him like that. Basically like questioning his manhood based upon the statements that he made towards Dwayne Wade's son, and letting Dwayne Wade, allow his son to, I guess transition to being a girl, and the possibility, I don't know if he necessarily did it or not, but they were talking about more so the possibility of him getting a sex change and everything, like, and at the time being 12 years old, and Boosie felt like, I think he was on DJ Vlad, and Boosie had basically stated that he felt that his son was too young to make that decision. And I think more so what he was trying to expound upon, he was like, D. Wade, you should not be trying to encourage what your son is doing right now because he's still young. He don't really know what he's doing because naturally he was born a boy. Okay? There's always been gay people since the beginning of time. All right? And what gay people need to understand sometime is, this is the problem. I'm gonna tell you something. They need to understand there's another side to the issue here. There's a flip side of the coin. Biologically, we're all created because of heterosexual sex, or or that you have to say is precipitated by the heterosexual lifestyle that leads to heterosexual intercourse actually happening. So now we have people who choose to be gay. And then you have people. Think about it now. Just take it all in. Because I know there's gay people say, "Oh, it's not a choice. It's just how you just naturally are." All right. There are some serious things going on in this world, man, that we not paying attention to, that I know that some people do know and do understand that's been going on ever since, like I said, ever since Barack Obama, I've said this before, became president. So remember that motto, that mantra he was using, "We can change"? And I always would look at that thing like, it's this emphasis on change. But change, and the reason why I would trip off of it is like, but change how? Change for what? Or how is this change going to better anybody, or who is the change going to better? But it was all about, because of looking at the presidency of Bush, it was more so about like just change, period. Like, we need to do something other than deal with the politics of the past administration. That was so bad, with the 9/11 and all that. Like, we just need to do something other than that. So it was more so people. I mean, damn, Bush was so bad that even Republicans and long lifetime conservatives were like, fuck it, might as well get these Democrats a chance. God damn, this fool didn't fuck. And they didn't have anybody after him, to be a top candidate that could really, stand down and beat the Democratic Party, I mean, Mitt Romney and, and poor McCain. I mean, I don't know, man. McCain just didn't get, I think Senator McCain just didn't get his time. That's what his problem was. When he tried to run, he ran at times where he was not going to win anyway. And I just said poison on McCain because I think McCain was, he considered himself a true patriot to this country. And I think, like, he was sincere about that and stuff, and I think as far as, like, on the conservative side, he was one of the, like, kind of realest dudes that you could say, hey, man, you might don't agree with his politics and how he thinks about things and everything, but, it's like, shit. I think he was a straight arrow type of dude, and people respected that. Like, what he's saying, he sincerely feel. It's not based upon some kind of propaganda or agenda or bullshit or whatever, and he was also, it seemed like he was in later stages of his life. He was warping more so into I think that's what he was basically saying. He was a alternative conservative or something like that. He was willing to listen to things that traditionally conservatives maybe didn't listen to or take into consideration, and he was trying to think. I think he was trying to take his old values and trying to incorporate them into, today's society as much as he could, and at the same time understand what's going on now. And I think he had this understanding of, he knew he had to kind of alter his philosophies, so Senator McCain, even though he was a Republican, even people that was Democrats or voted Democrat, a lot of people have respect for him and stuff like that. So, shouts out to, Senator McCain's family and everything. So I'm just, see, now, here's the thing. Here's what's crazy. You know what some simple-minded ass dudes will do right now? This motherfucker Republican? I ain't say I was no damn Republican motherfucker. Stupid ass. You can show respect to people without, like, God, simple-minded ass motherfuckers. But, man, getting back to, like, what was going on. Yeah. Mike Tyson had interviewed Young Boosie, and he was like getting on him about his thoughts and comments towards Dwayne Wade's son, and what he had felt about that and how he displayed that. Even I think it was on Instagram. I don't know if it might have been on DJ Vlad too. When Boosie was expressing that. And Boosie was just basically saying, and he's a father too. You gotta look at that. You gotta look at that from different ways. He's a black man. He's a father. Lives in America. He knows what he went through, and he's also saying, he's speaking on the perspective of what Dwayne Wade's son also is prone to go through. Just as being a black male. So, why are you putting upon him or placing upon him like a responsibility that he can more so make when he becomes an adult, because there are so many more things, man, that he's going to go against this. That's going to be hard enough, just being a black male growing up in this country, in this society. And you allowed a 12-year-old child to make that decision, at this time in his life. And it's like, I can understand where Boosie was coming from. You let your wife, Gabrielle Union, who is not your son's mother, take your son to a gay parade. At that age, I think that was totally out of line. It was inappropriate, disrespectful. I mean, and like some people said, what does Dwayne Wade's ex-wife, the mother of his sons for real, what does she feel about this? She should have been involved in this whole thing some kind of way, where there was some form of intervention, or at least something coming from her where she spoke her mind. Okay, I don't know what the true intricate nature of Dwayne Wade and his ex-wife, his kid's mother's relationship is. Those are still her children. A lot of people forget that when people get divorced, even when the man is the non-custodial parent, get some information and realize, like, wait a minute, some things are going on in that household that I don't think is appropriate for my children to be witnessing or experiencing or whatever. That man opinion still counts. Yes, it does. Those are my children, dude. You just happen to be with the mother of my children because we're not together anymore. But those children are still mine. They're not your children. People sometimes take that whole step parent blended family shit out of line, like, as you know, we are talking about, or as it reverts back to Gabrielle Union. Dwayne Wade's sons they're not her sons. She has no business doing no shit like that. I mean, hell, it would have been better if he did it, to be totally honest, if anybody was going to do it, and he shouldn't even fucking did it. But I'm just saying, and Mike Tyson was pressing Boosie. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to be honest. I love Mike Tyson. I appreciate and respect Mike Tyson for all the things that he done through the years. When we seen him, I was a little kid, and we seen him when he was boxing, and man, knocking these dudes out was ferocious power, speed. I mean, hitting guys with body punches, just knocking dudes out. I mean, getting rid of dudes like within the first couple of rounds again and again and again. We never seen anybody that just caused that much fear and intimidation upon a person, really. I mean, that's what he's known for. But he was pressing Boosie. I've heard comments of seen shit where people are talking about they think, Tyson was paid by somebody to do that, just another way of, the powers that be to get back at Boosie for not going along with the social engineering and narrative that they want to basically brainwash everybody with. And Mike Tyson went along with it, probably got paid. And I don't know. I mean, but then, there's people who were saying, oh man, I lost respect for Boosie. If that had been anybody else, man, Boosie would have went off and said this or said that, man, he let Mike Tyson, and it seems like he let Mike Tyson punk him. He's questioning your manhood. He's sitting up there, Mike Tyson was saying, well, do you hate gays or do you have a problem with gays because maybe deep down you're gay, or you felt the way about a man and you're ashamed of, like, he was trying to psychoanalyze, Boosie. Now, when we think about all the damn problems that we know of that's publicly known about Mike Tyson, there would be people who would say, honestly, what the hell is Mike Tyson psychoanalyzing any damn body for? I mean, we're talking about Mike Tyson. I was a person a long time ago that said that I understood that Mike Tyson had intelligence. He just wasn't known for intelligence, and the way he was looked upon was just like a brute brawler type, and also because here this guy, as strong and powerful as he is, with a voice that sounds like some giddy ass kindergartner or something, and he's a grown man. And to this day, he still sounds like that right now. I mean, goddamn, some motherfuckers in his 50s. And the whole thing about it is, I'm saying, young Boosie, I'm trying to understand something, Y'all know you got demons, everybody got demons, what I'm saying? But let me tell you something. Your demons, what I'm saying, they can't mess with my demons. I got demons, So, yeah, man, so, no, I'm just looking at the goddamn, video. I'm like, why are you asking him all this shit? What the fuck? You know, it didn't make any sense. Boosie should have been on there talking about a new album, new projects that he was doing. He should have been able to talk about like his past history, how he came up in Louisiana, you know what I'm saying, maybe like a little family background, this and that, musical background, everything like that. And then that should have eventually like grew to, you know, I'm not saying that so much the D-Wade situation couldn't have came up because it made headlines for a hot minute. And its significance, and there's a significance in talking about it because here is a story that caught a lot of attention for a hot minute, and here's a guy right here who was part of that story. As far as I would say journalism goes, getting the news, getting the scoop, you know, enticing the readers, convincing people, you got to do things like that. So I understand, but it should have been more so a thing of what Tyson probably should have just came at Boosie and been like, yo, tell me about this. They should have talked about it for a brief moment of time. That's it. And that's it. And they should have been left alone. You know. But and let's keep it real, man. A lot of people who was in that comment section of Hot Boxing with Mike Tyson, I mean, you know, y'all that made comments saying like, yo, man, you kind of making it seem like Boosie should have did something or reacted in some kind of way to Mike Tyson. Now, Mike Tyson, the crazy thing about Mike Tyson is when you see people like him, you think about like, this motherfucker is not mentally stable, okay? He's smoking the weed. At this point in time, this man is just perpetrating being cordial. It's like Mike Tyson is the kind of person that had to. He's acting being normal, but he's really not normal. You understand what I'm saying? So he's trying to, you know, be like everybody else, but you know, you don't know what the hell going through that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? He could have been looking at Li'l Boosie thinking like, that motherfucker remind me of Buster Douglas, you know what I'm saying? Because you sitting over there, you got the scowl on your face, you looking all overconfident and everything, you know what I'm saying? I'm just sitting up here getting riled up inside my mind. So my here I'm thinking like, you know what I'm saying? I'm tired of smoking this weed. I just want to beat Li'l Boosie fucking bitch ass right now. You know what I'm saying? I just want to fuck him up, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, but I digress, my brother. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to do that. Understand? You know, I'm just trying to explain it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, motherfuckers know that fool is kind of like that. You figure like inside of his head, that's what that motherfucker is thinking. Like, you know, like, so, you know, it ain't about being a punk motherfucker. You know, if you caught yourself outside in the damn jungle and all of a sudden you seen a lion and that motherfucker start going, motherfucker, you took off and ran. What the fuck somebody look like commenting about, oh man, this nigga a punk. What the you know, god damn, yeah. But yeah, man, I mean, I just want to touch on that real quick. I just feel like, I don't know, man. It was an interesting interview. I guess you kind of looking at Mike Tyson going, what the fuck is Mike Tyson going with this shit? Mike Tyson be he be bloviating things. He be goddamn using all kinds of superlatives. He be fucking sitting up here and shit, over intellectualizing shit. Let me tell you something about, you know, when you talk about that toothpaste, you know what that toothpaste remind me of? The toothpaste remind me of something nasty in the penitentiary. Something that brothers smell on other brothers' mouth, you know what I'm saying? When he's doing things that was totally inappropriate and not conducive, you know what I'm saying, with your stay in the penitentiary, trying to get your mind right, and you know what I'm saying, bro, you come across something like that, you know what I'm saying, to you, like, you know what I'm saying, it does something to the mind, brother, you know what I'm saying, and you gotta live in there, you gotta deal with this. You know what I'm saying? No matter how much time that you got, this is what you gotta do now. You gotta do the time and stuff, and you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I ain't about to let nobody put no white stuff in my mouth. You know what I'm saying? I'm a ferocious beast. Excuse me. You know how that fool be talking. You know, seeing my skills impeccable. I'm not about to let nobody. Excuse me. Not about to let nobody in this penitentiary penetrate me. Nobody gonna do no nasty things to me. If anybody gonna do something, I'm gonna do nasty things to them. I'm gonna take out my rage and my anger. You know what I'm saying? For being nigga. Cause you know what I'm saying? I know I didn't rape that girl, but she lied. And, you know what I'm saying? Started to distort my career. Started to distort my manhood. You know what I'm saying? Tried to, you know what I'm saying? She trying to my existence. You know, so like, you know, he's a disturbed individual, so shit, you know, hell yeah, Boosie what? Well, yeah, man, no, Mike, what I'm trying to say, yeah, oh man, yeah, you know, that shit makes sense. Like, what is this crazy motherfucker going with the shit he's saying and stuff, man? Like, what? I expect this shit. This motherfucker is acting like he is the head of the LGBTQ, you know, board of commerce or something. I don't know what this is shit. Did Black Lives Matter recently recruit Mike Tyson or something like? Shit. Weird shit though, man. But yeah, I just want to touch on that real quick. Peace.